All right, good morning, St. Augustine and St. Johns County. My name is Pete Melfi. We are joining you here this morning on the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. It is my favorite title for a show. It is growing on me. I think we've come up with something just magical here. Troy Blevins and Samantha Roach, who I will introduce both to you in a second. But first, the morning show, of course, brought to you by our good friends at Old City Homes. Jerry Falcomer has affordable, brand new 2-bedroom, 2-bath houses for under $175. Give Jerry Falcomer a call at 904-466-4719. Joining me this morning, as usual, is Troy Blevins. Also joining me this morning, Samantha Roach. She has a lot of political experience around here, and also has worked with the governor. She also helps small businesses around here with a whole lot of things. So very glad to have you both in here. Thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate anyone who can get up with me and be on camera at this time of day.
Morning, Pete.
Glad I got up for you, Pete.
Not everybody is, but we can get to that some other time. Let me see. Beaches reopened today. This is very, very exciting for a lot of people. Not today. I'm sorry. It's not today. It's Monday. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm too excited about this, you guys.
So say, when did this happen, Pete?
No, disregard what I said today. It's Monday. So I'm sorry to get everybody all excited for no big deal.
Be waiting a few hours out there for.
I know everybody's lining up already, unfortunately. No, but we've got normal activities are going to resume Monday at St. Johns County beaches. A couple of restrictions are going to remain in place for visitors, according to a news release on May 4th. Beach driving is still going to be prohibited, and they're still going to ask you to take like social distancing precautions. But you will be able to lay out, and a lot of these, it's going to be functioning under normal hours too, which is really, really going to be good. Samantha, are you going to be getting out to the beaches as soon as possible, or are you going to be staying in?
Oh, I'll be at the beaches, especially with the sun out like this. How can you not be?
There you go. Troy, what about you? You staying in, or are you going out to the beach?
Until I can drive the beach down, or the Jeep down the beach, I'm a mobile guy. I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of pasty. And no one wants me sitting on the beach. I mean, it's just not pretty. It scares all the tourists. It's not pretty. So as long as I'm moving in the Jeep, they get distracted by the Jeep, and I'm good. So I won't go there until they open it up to the driving. And they did extend the annual passes. If you bought an annual pass,
that's right.
It's good for here. So that's really cool. So I was happy to hear they did that. But until you can drive on the beach, I'm kind of one of those guys that drives down the beach, checks out the people that are on the beach, see who's there, do some people watching, which is always fun, but that's pretty much me. I don't sit on the beach. I'm not a sunbather.
Yeah.
You're shocked by that?
Oh, so shocked, man. I don't want to say I pictured you laying out every day on the beach, because that would just sound really, really weird for the sake of the joke, but I'm going to abandon it all right now. And I'm going to say
certain no one on our list pictures me doing that.
No one
on our watch party. No one
wants to. Yeah, no.
Put that horrible visual in their head. And I'm sorry, it is Friday, by the way, which is a wonderful thing. So, Samantha, in case you didn't know, it's Friday.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Good for the update. Thank you.
Because we are all losing.
Wondering how long until Monday.
That's right. We're counting down the days. One of Troy's official jobs on the show, if you haven't noticed, Samantha, is to at least tell everybody what the day is, because all the days are just blurring together for everybody. So if Troy does nothing else on the show, as long as he tells us what the day is, we're happy.
I mean, we all need someone to do that in our lives right now.
I got one job. That's all I got. Don't take it from me.
That's right.
The most important.
It is, I feel, the most important job anybody can have today, because we all need to know where we're at in life. Here's something I wanted to ask you both. And Samantha, you're a lot younger than both of us, so you might be able to provide some more valid insight on this one. There's been a lot made about high school seniors and the graduation this year. Unfortunately, a lot of high school seniors have to miss walking. I'm actually talking to the high school about doing something really, really cool, but I can't get into it right now. We'll talk about that at some other time. But Do high school seniors really care? I mean, is it? You got to understand, you're talking to a guy who was kicked out of high school for being a class clown. So I didn't have the opportunity to walk anyway. So it wasn't something that was a huge impact on my life. But is it something that people really look forward to? And is it something that students are really going to be that bummed about this year? Or do you think it's just kind of like, okay, it's another stupid school thing I don't have to go to?
I mean, I think it's a bummer for sure. You know, you build up, especially all of senior year, that's what you're looking forward to. But at the same time, this is a story. Like, this is an entire generation, like year of people that have the same story about, you know, we graduated 2020. And I think the idea of, you know, these people are kind of thinking of, even Flagler College is thinking of making their graduation in December. And it's just, who comes back for that? You know, your high school graduates have already done a semester of college. They're not coming back to high school. You know,
that's a good point.
So I think all your seniors right now that are really, you know, kind of bummed about it, you'll get over it. I promise.
There's a lot more. You know, everybody said enjoy high school. It goes by so quick. It's going to be the funnest time of your life. It was not. I would not go back to high school again if you gave me the choice. I wouldn't do it. Troy, what about you? When you graduated back in 1732, was graduation like a really big deal?
Well, you know,
three of you.
Benjamin Franklin was there. I mean, it was a big deal. I mean, no, and I can tell you, graduation is, you know, as a parent, I'm much older than both of you. As a parent, it's more for the family than the kids. It's kind of a coming out moment for your kids. I mean, my son graduated high school last year, and it was more for us than him. It's just one of those things where it's like, as a parent, you can pat yourself on the back and go, okay, we got past this one, you know, and then the college is the next thing. And I didn't go to my college graduation because it was in the spring and I'd already started working, and I didn't go to my college graduation. I don't feel like I missed anything. I was at a volleyball tournament, running a volleyball tournament. I didn't go. So I don't think it's so much for the kids as much as it is for the family and the parents of that milestone.
Okay.
You know, I remember my high school graduation because I was a prankster, but I mean, that was, and by the way, it was in 85. So you were one.
1785? I was only 50 years off.
You were one, Pete, and Samantha wasn't thought of yet.
No, it was, but still, you know, I just didn't know because, like I said, it wasn't something I looked forward to. But I pretty much knew I wasn't going to be there in one form or the other. But okay, so yeah, it would be cool if some way. I'm sure a lot of these schools will also be figuring out a way to do this virtually, so that family, because I know there have already been a couple talks about like drive through, handing out the diplomas, kind of as students drive by.
Handshake with the gloves on. Each person gets a new glove.
Yeah, just wave. They just wave at you. They tip their hat.
The slingshot idea, just kind of.
Now that would be entertaining. That would be. I would live stream that, Troy. But no, I have to imagine they'll find a way to do something virtually so that parents and family across the country, instead of coming down to St. Augustine for this, which a lot of them would, they can at least watch it in some form.
Which I think is a good idea to continue on, even.
Yeah.
Like if you live streamed it, you've got it. There's a lot of people. I mean, I had family that couldn't come down, from out of state. I mean, it's a high school graduation. I think that would be, you just continue that on afterwards, even after this year.
Well, people are finding out now how convenient, streaming and these video conferences are. I think we're going to see a lot more of this stuff. I mean, our morning show, obviously, we've started doing this, just streaming and connecting via Skype. This is going to continue in a very similar fashion because this is easy for me. And again, I don't have to put on pants when I go to work. It's wonderful. I have pajama bottoms on. Don't worry, everybody. Don't get too carried away. But, it's very convenient to live stream this stuff and do this video casting type of thing. So I think we're going to see a lot of really cool uses for streaming coming up here in the very near future. I'm excited for it.
No, I think it's changed how we look at a lot of things. I'll tell you, talked about it a little bit. I think businesses have changed. I do commercial real estate. We talked about it. There's businesses that realized we don't have to rent space. They're reducing the size of their space. I have a company that went from 2,000 square feet down to about 400 square feet just this week. And that's the way they're going to do business from here on out, because their employees are being productive from home. So, it's going to change a lot of how we do business. I didn't even know what the hell Zoom was 2 months ago. I use it all the time now. It's a daily thing.
Yeah.
I use it all the time. I mean, and you and I Skype. I didn't have Skype downloaded on my computer until we started the show.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's two things. I mean, granted, I'm the guy who looks like Papa Smurf in this scene. But I mean,
even you figured it out. If you can figure it out, Troy, everybody can figure it out. Look, me too, man, because it took me, how much we struggled getting this morning show up and running in the first couple of days. A lot of that was on my end too, man. But yeah, everybody's figuring out. But once you figure it out, it's easy. It can connect people in a really cool way, and I see it having a lot of uses going forward for a lot of different businesses.
For sure.
All right. Today, another thing, we've got the Safer at Home order is extended. I think it was going to expire today, but it's going to end Monday, and everything's going to kind of kick off at the same time. So other than the beaches, that's going to be the Safer at Home order lifted. That's the, stay in your house and all that stuff. So you're going to have the freedom to go back to half of the places you love, at least. Besides the beach, what's the first thing you guys are doing?
I'm going shopping downtown.
Shopping downtown. There you go. I'm sure you will definitely not be alone.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take my mask with me, but.
Well, I don't know if I don't think masks are going to be required. I know in some places masks are required after they end some of these social distancing things and start weaning back in. I don't think it's necessarily going to be required for folks, so that'll be good. But folks should probably
not a bad idea
at all.
Never a bad idea.
That's right. What about you, Troy?
Well, I mean, the restaurants are going to be at 25% to start. Bars still aren't going to be open, so my normal social gathering places aren't open still.
Right.
But the restaurants will be open at 25%. So I'm going to use the word. I'm going to wean myself back into society, which is probably good for society and myself.
I think so.
So I think a restaurant. I'll tell you the treat I had this week is I was craving Gypsy Chicken. I'm so happy they were open for takeout. But there's certain restaurants that I really enjoy going to. I live downtown, so I mean I walk to everything around, and I want to see. I'm a people watcher. I want to see how people are going to interact. I will have my mask on, like Samantha said, at least with me. And if I get within 6 feet, I'll pull up my little mask. That's the sound you make when you pull up your mask.
Is that what it makes?
Yeah. It's an official sound.
Okay.
And
trademarked and everything.
Yeah. But I think the restaurants being open is the thing that I miss the most. And this week, I can tell you, I've struggled because I'm such a social person. This is the first week it's really kicked into me. Like, gosh, I miss meeting new people.
Yeah.
I've been, you and I have been interacting, and I've interacted with people with work and stuff like that. But I really haven't met new people. And this week it kind of kicked in. It's like I haven't met anybody new in a month.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just a weird feeling for me.
It's bored. All of us old people.
Yeah.
It is. It's boring. It's frustrating. It's aggravating. We're all ready to get back to somewhat normal, I think. I'm definitely going to a restaurant as one of the first things. I cannot wait to get back into a restaurant and enjoy some great food. I went down to one of my favorites, Augie's Pizza yesterday, and just scarf down 2 slices in my car in the parking lot because you just can't sit in a restaurant. You have to take your food to go, and their food is so good fresh that I just had to get it immediately. Speaking of them, very, very excited actually. For those of you who are watching now, you can have a chance to win a $25 gift certificate to St. Augie's Pizza, my favorite pizza place in St. Augustine. And you can do that just by sharing. If you drop us a share right now, we'll pick somebody out of the shares, and we'll give you a free $25 gift certificate out there to Augie's Pizza. Amazing pizza, wonderful pizza. I'm doing the Trump now. Amazing pizza, wonderful pizza. It's probably the best pizza I've ever had in my life. So
it's huge.
It's huge. It really is huge. I mean, we say huge, but it's huge. It's getting better, Troy. You've seen the evolution of my Trump impression.
Well, I'm not sure if it's getting better or it's just like, okay, I know he's in Trump now, so I go there with you. You brought me with you on it, You
just go along for the ride. I appreciate you going along for the ride, Troy. It means a lot.
No, I mean it's like you walk into a room and there's like a smell, and then you don't notice it like 5 minutes later. So I think that's where it is with your Trump impression.
My Trump impression is a smell.
I got used to it. I just got used to it.
Okay, all right, man.
Hey, it's all right.
I thought it was good.
Thank you.
I know exactly who you were talking about.
This is what Samantha's here for. I didn't tell you, Troy, but every time you put me down, Samantha's here to bring me back up. It's really, it's just gonna work great, at least for my confidence, for my self-confidence. So phase 1 in St. Johns County, I want to go over this just a little bit and let everybody watching know kind of what this entails. This is a little bit of the list of what's going on here. You can get the full list in the 904 Now app, which is absolutely free. I would recommend everybody go and download that in the Google Play or Apple App Store right now, but you can get the full list there. As far as libraries go, the St. Johns County Library System will be offering curbside service at all branches from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Recreational facilities, all recreational facilities, including recreation centers, pools, pavilions, etc., remain closed and unavailable for reservations or rentals right now. Recreational programming, all programming, including open play, camps, and league activities, remain suspended. It's all this stuff that's still suspended. I want to get to some stuff we can do. The St. Johns County Ocean and Fishing Pier, beginning Monday, May 4th, the St. Johns County Ocean and Fishing Pier is open to the public with no access fee. All other facilities, including the pier gift shop and pavilion, remain closed to the public and unavailable. The amphitheater and Ponte Vedra Concert Hall, all activities and events out there, including farmers markets, still suspended, unfortunately. I know a lot of people looking forward to getting back to those markets too. Or maybe not. Maybe people are scared of that stuff now. I don't know. It's going to be so interesting.
The stuff like outside, the open air stuff, I feel like is a lot safer than, going into Walmart for produce.
I don't know. Was Wuhan an open air market? Were they out there?
It was made in a lab, I thought.
Yeah, I think spread out the market a little bit, because it's pretty congested on Saturdays over there. I mean, it's an amazing farmers market.
It is.
But it's pretty congested. So, I mean, if we can figure out how to, there's a lot of open space over there. If we can figure out how to do that, there's still, there's still plenty of parking over at the Elks Lodge. So there's room to expand into the parking lot a little bit more and spread things out a little bit more, make it less congested. So hopefully we can get to that, because I love the market there. So I might be a little prejudiced about the amphitheater.
I know we know, Troy, you used to be the general manager down there at the St. Augustine Amphitheater back in the day.
Yeah, way back. No, I was never general manager. I was Parks and Recreation director.
Oh, that's right, Parks and Recreation, but you worked a lot.
You made it sound like I actually did work, Pete, and I appreciate that.
I gave you a lot more credit than you deserved. I'm sorry.
No,
just take it and run.
There you go.
I just signed crap over. That's all I did. It didn't work.
All right. Well, y'all, thank you very much for joining me. This was a whole lot of fun. I hope we can do this conversation more often. And I appreciate all the folks checking in out there as well. Troy, you and I Going to be on radio and live streaming tonight. Folks can catch us on the Uncommon Ground with Mike and Troy Facebook page, or you can listen to WFOY on the radio at 5 o'clock.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. You guys
Thanks
have a
for
great
having
day.
me.
We'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for being here. And to everybody watching, you guys have a great day as well. And we'll talk to you very soon. Take care.